Dude, if you've seen what I've seen right now.
In a world where amazing discoveries can be found in the most surprising places, modern drones have become tools for uncovering incredible secrets. Amidst the everyday activities of normal life, some people have stumbled upon extraordinary treasures hidden beneath the ground that if this drone didn't capture it, no one would believe it. But what astonishing discovery did the drone catch? Join us as we unveil some of the most shocking discoveries that no one would believe if a drone didn't capture it. Number 20. The Lonely Tree. A drone flew high into the sky and captured a stunning view. A single tree standing proudly on a small island in the middle of the Dead Sea. Located on a salt island in the Israeli part of the Dead Sea, this lone tree looks almost magical when seen through a camera lens. The Dead Sea is filled with many salt islands, and there's a lot of confusing information about its exact location. The high salt content of the Dead Sea plays tricks on swimmers. Although the island seems close, getting there is quite a challenge. The salty water makes the legs float to the surface, making it hard to swim forward. Even floating on your back and paddling is tough, requiring extra effort from your arms to keep moving. And don't forget, the wind can suddenly push you off course. After what feels like a long struggle with the sea, taking about 20 minutes for a strong swimmer, you finally reach the island. Stepping onto the island, you're greeted with the iconic sight of the lone tree. It's a moment of victory and wonder, a rare and rewarding experience that makes all the effort worthwhile. Number 19. SpaceX rocket launch. SpaceX's drone ship, playfully named A Short Fall of Gravitas, had a front row seat to an amazing event. It saw the Falcon 9 rocket shooting up into the sky, marking its third launch in just 3 days and 7 hours. As the sun set at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, the rocket lit up the evening sky. The Falcon 9 climbed through the twilight, rising higher and then bursting into the sunlight. This caused something remarkable to happen. The rocket's exhaust created a beautiful visual effect. Its trail, a mix of fumes from the rocket's booster and upper stage, turned the fading evening sky into a captivating display. It looked like a huge cloud, a jellyfish, or even a glowing sea creature hanging in the sky. This stunning light show was not just a local event. It was visible for hundreds of miles, creating a moment of wonder high above the Earth. The view from A Short Fall of Gravitas was especially special. Usually used to catch Falcon 9 boosters as they return, the drone ship gave us an extraordinary view of this celestial display. As the rocket's booster descended and landed on the drone ship exactly 9 minutes after liftoff, the sight was a nebula-like light show that was truly unique and unforgettable. Number 18. Ghost Ship. An amazing event has caught the attention of both residents and people all over the internet. An amateur drone pilot recorded what looks like a ghostly ship on Lake Superior. The video, taken near Marquette, Michigan, shows a shadowy and impressive shape that seems to be a huge ship moving through the rough waters of the lake. Jason Aislinn, a Michigan resident, was flying his drone on a Saturday evening when he noticed something odd in the distance. As he zoomed in, he saw a dark outline of a ship that seemed much larger than any vessel usually seen on Lake Superior. The footage shows what looks like a massive, mysterious ship gliding smoothly across the water. Its size and shape, unlike any known ship currently in the lake. This surprising sight has led to various theories. Some people think it might be a superior mirage, a type of optical illusion that can happen over large bodies of water. Superior mirages occur when light bends over the horizon due to temperature changes, making distant objects appear much closer and sometimes distorted. For this to happen, the weather conditions need to be just right. Number 17. Gates to Hell. The Darvaza gas crater, often called the Gates to Hell or the Door to Hell, is one of the most fascinating and unusual natural wonders on Earth. Located near the small village of Darvaza in the vast Kizilkum Desert of Turkmenistan, this huge burning crater has amazed scientists, explorers, and tourists for many years. Recently, a drone captured amazing footage of this fiery site, offering a unique view of its dramatic and otherworldly landscape. The crater itself is a huge, fiery pit that spans over 200 feet across and is about 100 feet deep. Its floor and edges glow with the light of hundreds of natural gas fires, creating a scene that looks like it's straight out of a science fiction movie. The origins of this blazing hole are somewhat mysterious. According to local legend, the crater was created in the early 1970s when Soviet engineers were drilling for oil and accidentally struck a gas pocket. This caused the ground to collapse into a cavern. To prevent harmful gases from spreading, the engineers decided to set the gas on fire, hoping it would burn off in a few weeks. However, the flames have been burning continuously ever since, now for over 50 years. The recent drone footage gives a new view of this incredible sight. As the drone flies over the crater, it captures the intense flickering flames consuming the natural gas that escapes from the ground. Even through the video, you can almost feel the intense heat, and the endless fire set against the barren desert backdrop is both mesmerizing and strange. Number 16. Giant cracks. In the rough Arizona desert, an unusual geological event has occurred, captured clearly by a drone. The drone showed a huge crack, 2 meters long, cutting through the dry, empty land. As the drone flew over the vacant area of Pinal County, between Casa Grande and Tucson, it displayed the impressive size of this giant crack. The crack is so big that it overshadows any human presence along its edges. Joseph Cook, a geologist with the Arizona Geological Survey, explained the interesting details of this natural wonder. The northern part of the crack, worn down over time and partly filled in, is relatively shallow. In contrast, the southern part drops down to great depths, forming a dramatic and deep gap in some spots. Cook's study showed that the crack's width and depth change along its length. Some sections are as wide as 10 feet and as deep as 25 to 30 feet, while other parts are only an inch wide. These varying depths and widths are due to the collapse of the Earth's surface, which created the deep crack. This collapse has mainly been caused by the withdrawal of groundwater for farming, as water is pumped out from underground sources. It creates empty spaces that lead to the land above sinking and forming these impressive cracks. Number 15. Sinkholes. Drones, like our eyes in the sky, have shown us the hidden and often dangerous world of sinkholes in ways we've never seen before. These huge holes in the ground can suddenly appear due to natural events or human actions. Sinkholes have always fascinated and worried us. They can form because of heavy rain, droughts, or the collapse of underground mines. Sinkholes come in all shapes and sizes and can appear in many different places, from deep oceans to deserts. Some are filled with water, while others overflow with lava. Thanks to drones, which can hover and move around these unpredictable holes, we now have a much better understanding and appreciation of them. For example, consider the Dragon Hole in the South China Sea, which is the deepest sinkhole in the world, dropping over 300 meters deep, or the Darvaza gas crater, known as the Gateway to Hell, which has been burning for decades in the Karakum Desert. These amazing sights might seem unbelievable, but drones have captured them in stunning detail, letting us explore their mysteries from afar. Number 14. Sunken drug smuggling plane. Imagine exploring the crystal-clear waters of the Bahamas and discovering a remarkable piece of history from one of the most infamous drug smuggling operations ever. That's exactly what you can find when diving near Norman's Cay. Here in the shallow waters rests the remains of a plane once used by Pablo Escobar's notorious drug cartel. A drone first spotted this incredible underwater marvel, which now tells the tales of a long-gone era filled with crime and intrigue. Norman's Cay, a small island in the Bahamas, was a central hub for a major drug smuggling ring during the 1970s and 1980s. The island was a crucial refueling stop for planes carrying illegal cargo to the United States. Among these planes is the one that now lies submerged off the southern coast of the island. This plane crash-landed in 1980, just short of a runway that was reportedly built by Pablo Escobar himself. It ended its journey on a sandbar between two land outcrops, creating an unexpected underwater landmark. Despite its notorious past, the wreck has become a popular dive site, attracting adventurers and history enthusiasts from all over. This underwater relic, once part of a dark chapter in history, now captivates those who explore its depths, offering a unique glimpse into the past. Number 13. The Devil's Eye. On a sunny and clear day in Mananga City, located in the northwest of China's Qinghai province, a drone flew up into the blue sky, ready to capture the beauty of Ain Spring, ominously called the Devil's Eye. This natural wonder has sparked the imaginations of many, attracting tourists and photographers eager to see its stark and eerie beauty. From the drone's high vantage point, the sight is stunning. The first thing that grabs your attention is the sharp contrast between the empty landscape and the colorful spring. The area around the spring, lacking green plants, stretches out bare and empty. This emptiness is caused by the high sulfur content in the spring water, making the land unsuitable for most life forms. As the drone hovers over Ain Spring, the Devil's Eye comes fully into view. The spring forms an almost perfect circle of bright red and orange colors, looking like an eye staring unblinkingly at the sky. These striking colors are due to the minerals and high sulfur content in the water, which, when combined with sunlight, create a mesmerizing and somewhat strange visual effect. The water bubbles up from the earth, creating ripples that spread outwards, enhancing the illusion of a living, watching eye. Number 12. Polar bear in buildings. In the distant areas of Russia, a drone captured an amazing sight at an abandoned weather station in Kuchin, located in the Chukotka Autonomous Okrug. Here, among the falling apart buildings, polar bears have made a home. This incredible moment was discovered by wildlife photographer Dmitry Koch during his trip to Wrangel Island. Wrangel Island is no ordinary place. It's a UNESCO-recognized nature reserve and an important sanctuary for polar bears. Dmitry, driven by his love for photographing nature, was on a mission to capture images of polar bears in their natural habitat. His journey led him to this remarkable scene, where the strong contrast between human abandonment and wildlife survival is powerfully shown. Interestingly, polar bears are classified as marine mammals by scientists. This is because they live on ice floes, far from solid land, showing their amazing adaptation to the water with features like webbed paws. This special encounter highlights the determination of polar bears and the ever-changing relationship between nature and the remains of human presence. Number 11. Disney Ghost Castle. Tucked away in the calm scenery of Bolu Province in northwest Turkey is a fascinating place that seems almost unbelievable. The drone footage of this location makes it look even more amazing. Just a short drive from the charming town of Mudurnu, visitors find themselves in an entire ghost town decorated with tiny palaces that look like they belong in a fairy tale. However, there's a twist. As shown in the drone footage, there's not a single person around, and there are no roads to explore. Burj Al Babas was once a grand real estate project that ended up as an eerie ghost town. It was initially designed to be a luxurious paradise, with construction starting in 2014. The plan was to build over 700 palaces, each featuring fancy amenities like private pools, hot tubs, and underfloor heating. The vision included a busy town center, fancy restaurants, relaxing spas, and even a golf course to offer a lavish lifestyle. Unfortunately, Burj Al Babas's dreams didn't last. The project was stopped due to environmental issues and financial problems, and it was further impacted by the pandemic, leading to bankruptcy. Today, what remains is a haunting sight. Nearly 600 unfinished palaces frozen in time, surrounded by empty land with no roads or signs of life. Number 10. Army of Crabs. In North Queensland, Australia, there's an interesting sight on a beautiful, untouched beach. Here, you can see an amazing scene where a group of male light blue soldier crabs, known scientifically as Mycteris longicarpus, make their presence felt. These crabs live in the areas where mangroves, beaches, and estuaries meet. They feed on dead plant material and have a special way of eating. They scoop up sand, eat the food from it, and then roll the sand into tiny balls that they throw away. Captured by a drone, these soldier crabs can be seen forming huge groups as they move across the beach during low tide. This gathering into large groups is believed to be a smart strategy to protect themselves from predators. If you watch closely, you'll notice some crabs suddenly disappear, burrowing into the sand. This is their way of hiding, either to avoid danger or to wait for the tide to go out. This interesting behavior gives us a glimpse into the survival tactics of these unique creatures in their natural home. Number 9. Bigfoot. Recently, a man decided to film a scenic video of a snow-covered road and the surrounding woods using his drone. He expected to film a beautiful winter landscape, but what he ended up recording was beyond his wildest imagination, a creature that looked like Bigfoot. This amazing footage has left him and many others completely shocked. While flying the drone deeper into the woods, he saw something strange on his screen. Among the trees was a large, brown, hairy figure moving slowly through the snow. Curious and a bit doubtful, he changed the drone's height to get a closer look. What he saw next made his heart race. The figure resembled the descriptions of Bigfoot, the legendary creature that has been part of North American folklore for ages. Bigfoot is often described as a large, ape-like creature and has been the subject of countless sightings and stories, yet solid proof of its existence has always been hard to find. The man never expected to see anything like this on what he thought would be a routine flight. The creature seemed to be about 7 to 8 feet tall, covered in thick brown fur, and walking upright like a human. Number 8. Ice Carousel. In the small town of St. Agatha, tucked away in Maine's St. John Valley, a group of passionate locals achieved something incredible. They reclaimed the record for the world's largest ice carousel. This amazing spinning disc of ice, set on Long Lake, measured an astonishing 1,234 feet across and covered more than 27 acres. It surpassed the previous record held by Finland. The journey to create this ice marvel was captured by a drone, beginning early in the morning. Without this footage, it would have been hard to believe that a team of hard and skilled individuals could pull off such a feat. The process was painstaking and required both precision and perseverance. The team carefully carved out the enormous circle from the thick ice, making sure it was perfectly round to maintain balance as it spun. Creating an ice carousel is no easy task. The team had to cut a continuous line through the ice, ensuring it stayed perfectly circular for smooth spinning. The carousel's massive size meant the ice needed to be thick and strong enough to support its weight and the equipment used to make it spin. This involved closely monitoring ice conditions and weather forecasts to ensure everything was safe and successful. Number 7. Bird swallowed by giant hole. In a gripping scene at Lake Berryessa Reservoir in Napa County, Northern California, a bird found itself in a truly dangerous spot. As the bird was gliding smoothly over the water, it suddenly got caught in the powerful pull of a huge drain known locally as the Glory Hole. This massive drain, 200 feet deep, plays a key role in managing the water levels of the reservoir. Rick Fowler, the lake's water resources manager, used a drone to capture the dramatic moment when the bird was sucked into the swirling vortex and disappeared from view. Without the drone footage, no one would have believed what happened. The video sparked intense debate about the bird's fate, with many fearing the worst due to the dangerous drop and strong water pressure. Experts assumed the bird didn't survive the ordeal. However, an eyewitness to the dramatic event had a different story. He was certain that the bird, identified as a cormorant, miraculously survived. According to him, after a tense wait, the bird shot out of the spillway, shook off the effects of its wild plunge, and flew away once more, soaring freely into the sky. Number 6. Drone catches arsonist. While investigating wildfires in Italy, forest rangers made a surprising discovery with the help of a drone. The drone flew over areas that had burned before and captured footage of someone committing arson. The video showed a person lighting a fire in the woods with a lighter and then casually walking away as if nothing happened. This footage led Italy's forest protection unit, the Carabinieri Forestale, to quickly arrest the suspect, who was found not far from the scene. The incident occurred near Montario, about 30 miles northeast of Naples. Firefighters responded swiftly and managed to extinguish the blaze before it could spread further. Despite their efforts, the fire had already burned approximately 5 acres of land, including pastures and woodlands. The person caught was a 50-year-old farmer who raised sheep and goats. Although his name was not released by the authorities, now it's time for today's subscriber pick. In the heart of Guatemala, surrounded by rugged hills and tall peaks, there's an astonishing fiery show that if a drone didn't capture it, no one would believe it. The Vulcan Def Fuego. This restless volcano is famous for its frequent eruptions. Recently, it put on a spectacular display that was captured by a simple drone flying high above the molten lava. The drone, facing intense heat and swirling ash, bravely collected important information about the volcano's behavior, helping scientists understand how the volcano works. But the mission wasn't just for scientific knowledge. It was also about protecting lives. Dr. Emma Liu, a volcanologist from Cambridge University, led the project, seeing the potential for drones to act as early warning systems for nearby communities. By analyzing the data, researchers hope to create automated systems that can predict volcanic activity and give people a crucial few minutes to prepare. Dr. Liu and her team of engineers and volcanologists went on a daring 10-day trip to the top of Vulcan Def Fuego. They faced tough conditions and dangerous terrain, equipped with advanced technology to conduct their research. What do you think about drones helping to predict volcanic eruptions? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Number 5. The Giant Eye of Africa. In the middle of the vast Sahara Desert lies a fascinating natural wonder that has caught the interest of scientists and explorers for centuries. Known as the Eye of the Sahara or the Blue Eye of Africa, this mysterious rock formation is located near Ouaddain in Mauritania. It's one of the largest and most striking landmarks in the area. It was captured from high above a drone. The Eye of the Sahara is easy to recognize because of its unique circular shape, which stands out sharply against the endless desert sands. For astronauts flying in space, spotting the Eye of the Sahara is an important way to help them navigate and find their way over the huge 3.6 million square kilometers of desert below. The origins of this massive structure have long puzzled scientists. At first, they thought it might be the result of a meteoroid impact because of its round shape. However, later investigations showed no signs of an impact, like meteorite fragments or evidence of an explosion, leading researchers to think of other possibilities. One idea was that the Eye of the Sahara was created by volcanic activity, with a huge eruption forming a volcanic dome. But this theory also faced challenges, as no volcanic rocks were found within the structure. Today, scientists generally agree that the Eye of the Sahara was formed by a process of gradual erosion. Over millions of years, wind and water slowly wore away the softer rock layers, creating the distinctive rings and valleys that we see today. This slow, natural sculpting process has shaped the remarkable and interesting landmark we see in the Sahara Desert. Number 4. Culverhole. Culverhole, a sea cave along the Gower coastline, is an amazing spot full of history and mystery. It's thought to be from the 13th or 14th century. The cave is marked by a huge 60-foot stone wall that blocks it off, giving it a feel like something from an adventure film. Inside this large structure, about 30 levels of rectangular nesting boxes were carved into the wall. These boxes were once home to hundreds of medieval pigeons. The pigeons were more than just pets. They were essential for survival, providing meat and eggs during hard times. According to Sen, the chief warden of Gower, there are stories of smugglers using hidden passages in Culverhole, adding to its mystery. Some tales even suggest it might have once been a castle, but the many nesting boxes suggest it was mainly used as a home for pigeons. There's also a legend about a secret tunnel linking Culverhole to the salt house in Port Ainan, possibly used for smuggling or as a way for smugglers to communicate with carrier pigeons. This mix of history, architecture, and mystery makes Culverhole a captivating place, beautifully shown in drone footage that uncovers its ancient secrets. Number 3. Strange Ice Monster. In the chilly waters of Alaska's Chena River, An incredible sight caught the eye of both locals and people online. It all started when the Alaska Bureau of Land Management posted a drone video showing something unusual in the icy landscape of Fairbanks. As the video spread across social media, people began to speculate wildly. Some viewers compared the strange figure moving under the ice to legendary creatures like the Loch Ness Monster, while others joked it could be a zombie salmon or even other mythical beasts hiding in the frozen depths. Amidst all the excitement and wild guesses, many viewers were struck by how the mysterious creature in the video looked a lot like the Loch Ness Monster, with its long, snake-like shape and mysterious movements. The video made people imagine the famous Scottish monster known for lurking in Loch Ness. However, as the excitement around the video grew, experts from the Alaska Bureau of Land Management stepped in to explain what was going on. They revealed that the strange sight wasn't caused by a mythical being, but was a natural phenomenon known as frazzle ice, which forms under certain conditions. Number 2. Inside the tornado. Tornadoes are interesting but incredibly damaging natural forces. They have the power to ruin almost everything in their way. These tornadoes can be up to 40 meters wide over water and an astonishing 3 kilometers wide over land, spinning at speeds between 40 and 60 kilometers per hour. But the real destruction happens inside the tornado. There, winds can reach up to 1,300 kilometers per hour, breaking anything caught inside into tiny pieces. For a long time, the inner workings of tornadoes were unknown, but with new technology, especially drones, we can now collect useful data from within these strong storms. The Sail Drone Explorer SD-1045, designed to handle bad weather, has made it possible to gather important weather data right from the center of tornadoes. This drone has faced extreme conditions to help us better understand and predict these powerful storms. In 2019, extreme meteorologist Reed Timmer showed the amazing potential of drones in storm chasing. Originally, Timmer planned to film a tornado in Nebraska from a safe distance. However, he ended up right in the tornado's path. Instead of running for safety, he bravely sent his drone directly into the tornado. The drone captured dramatic footage of swirling winds and flying debris, giving us a rare look at a tornado's fierce power. This daring video quickly spread across social media, providing a unique view of the tornado's destructive beauty. Number 1. Mysterious creatures gliding over a lake. A drone recently filmed a large, shadowy shape moving beneath the water, partially hidden by ripples. This footage has led some viewers to speculate whether they might have seen a creature similar to the Loch Ness Monster. In another surprising encounter, a drone flying over cornfields recorded a scene that looked like it was straight out of a horror movie. A person dressed as a clown with bright red hair stared directly at the drone before running into the dense woods. While not a mythical creature, the sight of a lone clown in a cornfield creates an eerie atmosphere reminiscent of a scary film, making us wonder about the strange and unsettling choice of location. In a separate incident, one drone operator might have captured something many thought was impossible, a being that looks like Bigfoot. The footage shows a large, unusual figure that, upon noticing the drone, quickly retreats into the forest. Interestingly, there had been no previous sightings of such a creature in that area. Which of these shocking images captured by drone did you find the most fascinating? Let us know your answer in the comments section.